in the 1990s, the Spice Girls were the Bay City Rollers, the Monkees, the Beatles of their day. They were the Princess Diana of pop. They were absolutely, indescribably, massively famous. And they made a movie called Spice World, and I worked on it. Now, this was in the time of the paparazzi. So it was before Princess Diana's car crash. And at that time, there was no regulation for the paparazzi at all. And it used to be that if you were taking photos for these big Fleet Street names, the Daily Express, the Daily Mail, the Star, the Sun, you just had to get your one photograph of a big star taking off her top or something like that, you know, bending over and revealing her arse crack, anything. And that right photo would make your fortune. And the paparazzi were all over the Spice Girls, like flies on a dropped ice cream. So that is why when we got our call sheet to work on the Spice Girls movie, there was no address for the location. It's the only time I've ever had a call sheet that doesn't have the address of where we're filming. We had to go to a secret car park where there was a secret van, a blacked out transit van. They said they were going to blindfold us, but actually we couldn't see, the windows were blacked out, so we couldn't see out, and we all had to sit in the back and be driven to this secret location. And as soon as we set off, we were like, well, okay, we're going down the A4. When are we turning off? I think we might be going to the A3 now. And everyone was trying to guess where we'd be going, what kind of place it would be. When we finally arrived, we discovered that we were at Ham House, a stately home which a lot of us were actually familiar with from other jobs. And we got to work. People ask me what the Spice Girls were like, and I can say that they were not like other actors that I worked with, in that they didn't really seem to take the job very seriously. And this is no diss on them, and I'm sure they're very professional people, but when the film was happening, they were just laughing and joking. They wouldn't be quiet. They just it all just seemed to be a big joke and a game for them. I suppose their whole life probably was. Well, it wasn't a big joke for us. We had to work hard in the usual way. Not hard, but not that hard. I mean, it was a beautiful sunny day and we were having a break, I remember, and looking out across the lovely countryside, the grounds, the landscape grounds. And I remember my friend saying, look at that. He said, that is really nice. He said, that's a funny looking cow. And just then we heard voices shouting. So I was going, oi, come quickly, come and look at this. And we went and ran to go and see what was happening. And what we saw was a couple of security guards dragging along this bush, this tree, dragging this tree. I was absolutely mystified. Why are they carrying this huge tree? And then I realised it wasn't a tree. It was a photographer disguised as a tree. And there was something immensely satisfying somehow about watching this photographer having the leaves torn off him, having the 2 sticks that he was holding snatched from his hand and thrown away, having his camera opened. And I don't know why particularly, but I found it very satisfying seeing him getting kicked out. But the joke was on the producers at the end of the day, because the next morning, the Daily Star had a big front page feature about the making of the Spice Girls movie. Loads of behind the scenes shots. How on earth had they got them? Well, we found out, because they also had a big picture of the photographers, their intrepid photographers who had risked so much to get these pictures for your entertainment. The photographers were dressed as a pantomime cow. One was at the front of the pantomime cow, the other one was the back half of the pantomime cow. We'd been looking straight at them the whole time, and that is how they got their photographs.